The guys that Xavi has had at his disposal ain't what he had when he was playing. What the streets need from you is not to screw this up. Talk to me. I don't want to come between this Madrid and Barca beef. I really don't, because it is the most intense rivalry in football. I don't care about any other league. The most intense rivalry in football is Barca Madrid, because I see what Barca Madrid fans say to themselves, man. Shout out to Miss B Nation, who is the greatest hater of all time. There's no more consistent hater than Miss B Nation, man. Miss B Nation, I salute you, bro. And I am shocked by how easily Barca are going to win this league, man. I'm shocked. So they're 11 points clear. 11 points clear. They've lost twice. 124, drawn 4, 1 lost twice. Obviously they had a bit of a hiccup, 2 draws, but obviously they got that dub, in spite of Lewandowski. And I just think for Madrid, man, my thing about this is Madrid have really underperformed league-wise. Because this is someone that no one says, and I think, let's flip it. If Madrid never won that three-peat, or did not win the 4 UCLs in 5 years, people would mention a lot more about they only won 2 league titles in the space of like 10, 11 years. And that's Cristiano generation and so forth, only won 2 league titles in 11 years. And in one of the years they didn't win, they allowed freaking Atletico Madrid with Simeone to freaking win. But because of what they did in the UCL that was so unprecedented, we don't talk about that. And it's fair, because it's like, oh my gosh, you only won twice. Well, we did do the three-peat, which is a feat that I don't think will ever be equal ever again. And we are still the only team to defend the title, a feat that I think is going to take some time before anybody repeats that again. So they did 2 things in the UCL that no one else is ever going to do. That no team will do in the near future, which is defend your UCL title and win it, and defend your UCL title twice, a three-peat. So it's amazing. But guys, Xavi Atreides, he's from the desert. He blames the sun tax, this, that. He's tactically inept. He wet the bed in the UCL. We've got to give credit to Xavi for this La Liga win. Nobody had them winning La Liga. Let's be real. When Xavi was hired, based on all the issues that Barca had, even with all the levers they pulled, let's be real, with all the levers they pulled, we still had Real Madrid on our bingo card. We thought, okay, look, players are there and so forth. But we've now seen that, okay, Rafinha, how good is he really, and so forth. Okay, you pull the lever on Rafinha, okay, cool. Okay, you've got Lewandowski. But what did we all say? Okay, this is cool, you have Lewandowski, great goal scorer. But as we've seen right now, specifically in these last few games, he is dependent on the support system that's around him. And I don't see a Mola, I don't see a Gnabry, I don't see a Koeman, I don't see a Sané. I don't see the kind of support system that he had at Bayern Munich. But he has still said what's up, so Lewandowski has been a major role. But I still feel that, because on one hand, people say, oh, Barca league matches, this was what they always do. Cool. But you say that during the Messi era, that's included Iniesta, Xavi, Puyol, Dani Alves, Busquets, Jaws, David Villa, Etso. I mean, like, some guys who are arguably one of the best players of the generation and guys who are all-timers. So Iniesta is an all-time midfielder. Etso is an all-time striker. Alves is one of the best right-backs of all time. So, Busquets is one of the best DMs of all time. And this was them, Busquets at his peak. So the guys that Xavi has had at his disposal ain't what he had when he was playing. Let's keep it a stack. So him, because they're winning the league. Like, it's not happening. They're winning the league. It's like, 8 games to go. Barca just need a few more wins and then it's all done. You're going to give Xavi the freaking dub. Now, obviously, you have to build upon this and do better in the UCL and do a little better in Europe because that's what Barca are about. But you've got to give him a Dubinsky. Now, I know you want me to talk about these dudes. I know you want to talk about these dudes. So look, it's weird. Check this out. When we left, when Felix left Athletic, they were struggling. Since he's gone, they said, what's up? Because Atlanta was struggling to be in top form. Now, they're 6 points clear of Real Sociedad. So, let's be real. They're pretty much in a good position to finish third, whereas they were struggling to make fourth. And they've been better without Felix. I'll come out, I'll say they've been better without Felix. So, shout out to Simeone. And look, I can admit it. The team works better without Felix. Felix is still a very talented player. He's still an amazing talent, but he obviously has a lot to work on his game. He needs to fully know how to utilize his talents. And he just doesn't work for Atleti and Simeone. They are better off without him. Okay. I'm a man and I can happily admit that, If Madrid don't win the UCL, this would be a failure of a season. Because allowing that Barca team to win the league ahead of you, and if all you can offer me is a Copa del Rey, now, if all you win is an El Rey, and you don't give me a UCL, and you finish 11 or more points behind Barca, that's a failure of a season. Based on what Real Madrid are and the standards, that's a failure of a season. So that is why so much is riding on the UCL. And they know that, no, this is going to define our season. Because, okay, Copa del Rey, it's a cup, but let's be real. The trophies that Real Madrid are fully focused on every year is the league and the UCL. The league and the UCL. The league and the UCL. And I think they will be disappointed in the manner in which they lost it, because at least take it to the last few days of the season. This could be over in the next few games. So Barca could win the league with about 3 or 4 games to spare, which I just think, in my opinion, is shameful based on just how good that Real Madrid squad is. Because man for man, that Real Madrid squad is better than that Barca squad. I'm sorry, man for man. So, as much as you want to hate Xavi, you've got to give him credit. You've got to give the dude credit. So, switching over to the Serie, I believe it's 2 more wins. It is 2 more wins before Napoli say what's up. It is 2 more wins before Napoli say what's up. So, hold on. 2 more wins. I still can't believe you were giving us 15 points. Because if they don't give us 15 points, my boy Ongomo is in 4th alongside Milan. So the league is done. Bozo FC, I think they lost to Torino, so that messed them up. So this league is done. And I think once they fully do it, you just want to do these things mathematically, then you will really be like, wow. Because my thing is that have to be built. Napoli have not won the league title. They only won the league title twice, and that was with your boy Armando Maradona. So for them to come in and see what's up is going to be huge. So they're building a statue of Osimhen, because he's going to finish top scorer easily, and maybe even Kivic as well. But for Bozo FC, man, shout out to Sarri. Shout out to Sarri, because I think you can say, because all the teams are bad. No, I hate that argument of like, so how come Bozo FC are second? Is it Bozo FC being good, or Milan and Inter being bad? Or is it a bit of both? No, it's not a bit of both. I'm giving credit to Sarri. Sarri is one of the most underappreciated managers that Chelsea should have kept, but that's a different story. And how he has them in second, and how just the kind of run they've been on. Well, everybody has faulted. I just think has been amazing. But that battle for first is crazy. Milan are on 56. Roma are on 56. What's the GD? Oh shit! Wow. Milan and Roma are both on 56, and they have the same exact GD. So the only thing separated them is that Milan have scored more. Wow, that's crazy. They have the same goal difference. So Milan and Roma are on 56. Inter are on 54. So that's crazy. That's going to be a crazy ride, man. Well, Roma have the Europa League safety net. So if they can say what's up in the Europa League, then they can say what's up, man. But yeah, look, Juve, look, those 15 points back, it helps. But check this out. Juve have lost their last 3 games. They've lost their last 3 games. So if they actually won those other 3 games, they'll be in a really good position. I think they'd be on 70 points. I think. Crazy. Actually, no, sorry, they'd be on 668. So if they'd won those 3 games, 9 points, they'd be on 668 points. They'd be on 68 points. Yeah, they're really screwed. So I think for Napoli, it's over. It's over. If a few more games and they're officially champs, and I just think it will cap off what has just been an absolutely outstanding season. And who makes top 4, I have no freaking idea, because that's going to be a finish. And what is so crazy is Inter and Milan are battling for top 4, and Inter Milan meet in that UCL semi as well, which is going to be insane. And let's round this off, man. Bundesliga, man. Guys, I have one wish in life. I only have one wish in life. My one wish in life is for Dortmund not to be bozos. Dortmund, can you just do one thing, right? Just one thing. What the streets need from me, not me. It's just not about me. The streets, because I've spoken to. Actually, I've got my ear to the streets. What the streets need from you is not to screw this up. If Bayern fail to win the Bundesliga, this will go down as the biggest L in football history. Fact. If they fail to win Bundesliga, it will go down as the biggest L in football history. And Nagelsmann will smile all the way to the bank. My hope is, because it's a shoot. You're quite a joke. So, Bayern on 59, Union Berlin on 55, Freiburg on 53, Leipzig on 51. And I believe Bayern has to still play Leipzig, I believe. So, do you have a scenario where Bayern to make top 5? It's one thing them not winning the league and being trophyless, and Khan and Salihamidzic having egg on their face. If they fail to make top 4, sacking Nagelsmann stupidly and then bringing in Tuchel. What? Check this out. If Bayern fail to make top 4, I'll consider to build a wing over PSG, because that would be the biggest L in life. If Bayern fail to make top 4, it will be the biggest L in life. Fact. There is no bigger L you can give me in any life. Forget politics, music, whatsoever, than if Bayern fail to make top 4. But guys, talk to me. Can we trust? I do not trust Dortmund. I just don't. I still believe Bayern will end up winning it, because I just do not trust Dortmund. Dortmund will screw up. They will screw up. But it is just so funny that you're like back where you started, but worse. Because when you sacked Nagelsmann, you were, I think, a point behind Dortmund, and you were still in the UCL, you're still in the DFB Pokal. But now with Tuchel, you're now back to being behind Dortmund, only that you're out of the DFB Pokal and you wet the bed against City in the UCL. I mean, Dortmund, I am begging you, please, for the streets, for a stream. Is it for me? For content. For that content, dude. Please, because that stream, if Dortmund win Bundesliga, will be one of the best streams of my life. Like, it will be one of the best streams because, bro, we will have a minimum 2-hour cookout on Bayern. Like, a minimum 2-hour cookout on Bayern if you're able to see what's up there, man. So, but I just don't trust them. I just do not trust Dortmund. You know, like, but I already feel that Cannons and Helmsich should step down. I don't know how Bayern fans are thinking. I don't know what they're saying. But I already feel that they should step down because that decision has to rank as one of the most dumbest decisions I've ever had in my life. And if you're Nagelsmann right now, you're laughing. You're laughing at these guys. You're like, these guys are clowns. These guys are complete and utter clowns. You are laughing on the way to the bank, man. But yeah, I don't trust Dortmund. Dortmund will screw up and they'll mess up all of our fun, man. But yeah, shout out to Union Berlin, man. If Union Berlin can manage to, if Berlin and Freiburg can manage to hold on to top 4, that's a great job. Because Leipzig and Leverkusen, no, I'm looking at you guys, man. Wow, Wolfsburg, man, they've fallen off. But Leipzig and Leverkusen, if you allow Freiburg and Berlin to get in there ahead of you, that's bad. Although Leverkusen, you've got that Europa League safety net. So if Leverkusen fail to make top 4, but your boy Xabi Alonso can lead them to the Europa League, it's a huge job. Now, I didn't want to do this. You know, I was actually about to type in Uber Eats. Yeah, look, guys, come on. It's over. So PSG on 75, Marseille on 67, Lens, or is it Lens, or on 66. So, yeah, come on, look, guys. It's over, man. It's, 8 points? It's over, bro. It's over. You know? It's over. Like, but here's the thing here. Let's have this conversation to round this off. People keep showing me clips on Twitter of Messi doing something crazy, or Neymar doing something crazy, or Mbappe doing something crazy while in Uber Eats. And let me reiterate this. And this is just the fact. I'm sorry, do not argue with this. This is just a fact. This is a footballing fact. Nothing that any PSG player does in Uber Eats means anything. We only judge a PSG player by what they do in the UCL. Based on how mega rich that club is, and the amount of superstars that are in that team, and how good they are man for man. I think it is actually an insult to my intelligence that these guys did not do a clean sweep of Uber Eats. So shout out to when Lille won, shout out to when all these guys were able to win. Because I'm like, how was there ever a scenario where PSG never even won the freaking league? But, so when they win it and so forth, okay, cool. But nothing any PSG player does in Uber Eats means anything. Which is why it pisses me off that we will never appreciate Thiago Silva as being one of the best defenders of this generation because he wasted your time in Uber Eats. It pisses me off that Marco didn't have any sense to move to either La Liga, a bigger team in Serie, or to the EPL because nobody will appreciate this man's talents by what he did in the freaking Uber Eats. And Mbappe, you know, and I know, by you accepting that contract extension is one of the worst decisions you have ever made. I don't care whether you want to admit it or not. It is. It is. It is. And I think, look, for Messi, it's just vibes. Neymar, we already had that conversation. We've already had that convo about Neymar, you know. So, yeah, man, look. So, I mean, I'm not congratulating PSG for winning Uber Eats. I'm not like, you shouldn't even celebrate. When I see PSG celebrating on Uber Eats, I'm like, what are you celebrating? Marseille should celebrate. Lens should celebrate. Monaco, Lille, these guys should celebrate because that is a huge dub if you're a non-PSG team winning the Uber Eats. That is done. That counts as done. If you're a non-PSG team and you win Uber Eats ahead of PSG, that is done. If you're PSG and you win Uber Eats, who cares? It's about the freaking UCL. That's why we built a freaking wing for you in the freaking Brick Academy, man. The heck? Now let me finish my beautiful meal and breakfast, man. I'll see you guys on the other one. Peace!